10 most expensive Rolex watches in 2021. Rolex holds a unique position in the world of watches. This watch manufacturer brand is based in Geneva, Switzerland. It is on the top of the list of the most precious luxury watch brands in the world. Rolex holds its top position because of its designs, quality, and uniqueness of its material. This brand acquires accurate and precise performances. One of the reasons behind the high cost of Rolex watches is that it uses 904L steel. These watches become shinier and harder because of this 904L steel. Because of their uniqueness, Rolex watches are used by famous personalities from the world of cinema, sports, business, and politics. Before we reveal the top 10 most expensive Rolex watches in the world, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Comment that you subscribed, and I will personally reply to every comment. Let's begin. Number 10. Rolex Platinum Diamond Pearlmaster, sold for $277,850. Rolex Pearlmaster in Platinum Diamond is one of the most expensive Rolex watches in the world. This limited edition watch is made from the meteorite diamonds, which are 42 in number. This masterpiece was first released in 2011 for $227,850. It has an utterly unique 39mm dial. Rolex Platinum Pearlmaster can be found at luxury jewelers. Instead of the date, just this attractive, elegant, and eye-catching watch is based on the Day-Date collection. Rolex Pearlmaster in Platinum Diamond watch is an awe-inspiring addition to the list of Rolex watches. Number 9. James Bond's 1972 Rolex Submariner, sold for $365,000. James Bond's 1972 Rolex Submariner is another wealthy addition to the list of most expensive Rolex watches. This unique watch was worn by Sir Roger Moore in Live and Let Die while playing James Bond in 1973. This expensive watch was sold in Geneva in 2015 at a Phillips auction for $365,000. The watch was redesigned for the movie by channeling its bezel into a circular saw. It was used for cutting a rope by James Bond in the movie. The back of the watch is signed by Sir Roger Moore. This luxurious Rolex watch is more costly than its weight in gold. Number 8. Rolex GMT-Master 2 Ice, $485,350. Rolex GMT-Master 2 Ice is one of the most precious Rolex watches one can buy. Its current price is $485,350, but its price also depends on the market price of diamonds at the time when you are buying them. It is made from white gold and is entirely covered with expensive stones. The unique pattern of gold and diamonds makes its dial more beautiful. For setting a second time zone, its dial features the classic GMT second hand. Rolex GMT-Master 2 Ice has a waterproof case. Cristiano Ronaldo, a football superstar, wore this watch during the 14th Dubai International Sports Conference. Number 7. Jack Nicklaus Rolex Day-Date, sold for $1.22 million. Jack Nicklaus Rolex Day-Date is one of the most precious Rolex watches. It was manufactured in 1967, featuring 36mm diameter. This precious watch has an 18-karat gold bracelet with 18-karat yellow case and a champagne-colored pie pan-style dial. In addition, it is powered by the automatic caliber 1555 with 26 jewels. It is presented in a beautiful Rolex green leather box. Rolex gave this yellow-gold Day-Date to legendary golfer Nicklaus in 1967. The watch was sold at a Phillips auction for $1.22 million in December 2019. It is one of the world's most famous watches. Number 6. Eric Clapton's Rolex Oyster Albino Cosmograph Daytona, sold for $1.4 million. Eric Clapton's Rolex Oyster Albino Cosmograph Daytona is one of the most expensive Rolex watches. Its name comes from its same-colored silver chronograph subdials and silver dial. Their lack of color pigment, just like albinos in nature, makes it a rare item. It is the most desired watch model among Rolex collectors. This superb watch was auctioned twice because of its uniqueness. For the first time, it was auctioned for $505,000 in New York in 2003. For the second time, it was auctioned at a Phillips auction in Geneva for $1.4 million. Number 5. Marlon Brando's Apocalypse Now Rolex GMT-Master, sold for $1.952 million. This unique watch was worn by Marlon Brando, an Academy Award winner in the movie Apocalypse. Rolex GMT-Master was manufactured in 1972. One of the reasons for its uniqueness is that Marlon Brando carved his name on its back. Brando gave it a somewhat crazed look by removing the bezel from the watch. It was sold at a Phillips auction for $1.952 million in December 2019. This distinctive watch has a 39mm diameter. Number 4. Antimagnetique Reference 4113 from 1942, sold for $2.5 million. One of the oldest Rolex watches on our list is the Antimagnetique Reference 4113. Rolex made an extraordinary large case of this watch. This watch was made as a gift to celebrate the victory of a racing team. Only 12 Antimagnetique Reference 4113s were made, and 8 are known to exist to date. It is encased in stainless steel and has a 44mm dial. Its bezel has a mirror-polished finish. This precious watch was auctioned during a Phillips auction in Geneva for nearly $2.5 million in 2016. Number 3. The Rolex Bao Dai, sold for $5.1 million. The Rolex Bao Dai is one of the most popular watches among watch fans. This rare watch is made with 18-karat yellow gold with diamond indexes and moon phase indicators. It was initially sold in 1954 to the last emperor of the Nguyen dynasty in Vietnam. It was the most expensive among the Rolex watch collection at the time. According to Hodinkee, only 3 such watches were produced. The watch owned by the Nguyen emperor was the only one to have diamonds on the even hours. It was first auctioned in 2002 for $235,000. The second time, it was auctioned at Phillips in Geneva for a whopping $5.1 million in 2017. Number 2. The 1971 Rolex Daytona Reference 6265 Unicorn, sold for $5.9 million. The 1971 Rolex Daytona Reference 6265 Unicorn is one of the most costly Rolex watches. This watch model was made in 18-karat white gold, hence earned its nickname Unicorn. Reference 6265 was unique because, at the time, most of the watches were made in stainless steel. It was auctioned by renowned watch collector John Goldberger at Phillips in Geneva in 2018 for $5.9 million. He then granted this amount to charity. Number 1. Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona, sold for $17.8 million. Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona is the most expensive watch ever sold in the world. This unique watch has a dark brown dial with a red and black minute track. This special timepiece perfectly captures Paul Newman's iconic style. Because of its uniqueness, it is one of the most wanted watches among vintage collectors. It has elegantly curved numerals, and its dial is made available in either black with white subdials or matte white with black subdials. This watch was designed to be used by racing drivers. It was purchased by Paul Newman's wife and gifted him. Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona was auctioned for $17.8 million in October 2017. That's quite a massive amount, isn't it? That's all we've got for you in today's video. I hope you'll be amazed to know the extremely high prices of these Rolex watches. Which one of these do you like most and why? Do let us know in the comments section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and comment that you did.